How you doing tonight?
Good, good. Feeling excited. Thank you for calling me in. Excited to do this show with you guys today. My first name is Jay, last name is Font. So I'm doing these videos to help those people who are probably in the same age group as me, or maybe older. It doesn't matter what age you are. Just to show you that it is possible to run a business. There is other people like you. You're not the only one. And I want to make this, a channel of a family. Make it a family. I want all of us to go through this journey together, share information with each other on how to do this better, how to do that better, how to do that better, how to market better, and who should we connect with. I was originally born in Puerto Rico. Came over here as a kid. My mom brought me back to Chicago with my sisters, and I was probably about 3 years old. Right now I'm 22 years old. I would say as a kid I wasn't the average, kid that would, I would play my sports, go play basketball, baseball. I was always into something, trouble, or, just, I really noticed that I really wanted to do something different when I was in high school. I didn't get to graduate high school on stage, and I was, the only boy out of 4. My mom has 3 daughters and me. School was just never my thing at all. As soon as they told me that I wasn't graduating on stage, I wasn't shocked or I wasn't upset. I was just like, okay, whatever. I didn't even want to go to summer school. I didn't care for it. I didn't even want to be in high school at all anymore. And the first day of the class of summer school, the teacher straight up told everybody, you guys are here because you're losers. The minute he told me that I was a loser, I already felt like crap. I didn't want to be. I felt like I should have been somebody better. I should have not. I didn't belong in that crowd. I started feeling all the shame, guilt, and anxiety, thinking I was a loser, that I wasn't gonna amount to anything in life. So I went home and started thinking about it. And as the days are going by, I'm going to summer school every day, and we're getting closer to the 2-week end period. And the teacher tells us that to graduate, from summer school and get a diploma from high school, we had to come up with something to tell the whole audience from the whole class of summer school that why we should graduate, what do we plan on achieving, what do we want to change in ourselves and as a human being. And right away I started thinking, all right, this is it's time to step it up, put my foot down, and become who I really want to become, and show people that I can be a better person in life. So I was on YouTube. I was always fascinated by YouTube. So anything caught my attention right away, and I always, if I needed some help on something, I would go to YouTube and try to figure it out there. And I think it was a sign that I bumped into this one video, and it was kind of like a motivational speaking kind of video, and it was by Eric Thomas. And this guy's a guru. He's a multi-millionaire. He's a speaker. He's fantastic at it. I mean, I can't express myself on how good he is. And at that moment, after I heard that one video, I felt like my whole life had changed. And I think the name of the video was, if you wanna succeed as bad as you wanna breathe, then you become successful. And after I watched that one video, man, I lost sleep. I didn't sleep no more. I felt like I was like this was my time to grind. You know what I mean? Like, his video was so powerful that I felt like I was already a changed person. So at that moment, I already knew what I wanted to present. And we had a big, background, which was a projector, and I had asked the teacher, can I plug in, my phone and show this video? This video is going to express who I want to become. And he said, okay, that's a little different. People are just going to, talk, off a piece of paper and say what they want to do or what they're going to supposedly do. And I know it's bullshit, so I know, and excuse my language, but those are the exact words he said. He was like, don't you want to be that person and get out of here quick? And I said, no, this is something out of me that I want to do. I want to show you that I'm not a loser. And he thought I forgot about that as the first day he told us that. So he was a little shocked, and he said, okay. And at that moment, all 500 of us students that started, there was only left about maybe 250. Everybody else had, left. They couldn't handle the pressure no more. They didn't want to succeed, or maybe they didn't think they, had it in them. But I was one of those 250 students who stood in there and wanted to change. And everybody had some pretty cool, speaking or telling people how they wanted to change or what they were going to do and breaking it down or whatnot. But I was the only one who used the projector and used it to my ability. And I put that Eric Thomas video up, and you know, it just got silent. You know what I mean? I came out in tears because it was just so powerful, and the teacher looked at, you know, he looked dead in my eyes and knew right there and then that I was a changed person. He shook my hand and gave me a hug, and at that moment I knew I got a chance to become a better person. So after that, I think I took a year off or whatever after school. I didn't want to deal with no school no more. I went to college. It didn't work out after like, I don't know, 4 months. I dropped out. Went to another college, didn't work out, dropped out. The third time I went to college, I was going to become a cop. It didn't happen. It was like maybe like 6 months into that, and I thought maybe this is gonna be it, you know. Time is going by, and I started watching more of Eric Thomas's videos throughout this process of going to school, and it led me into like Les Brown, Tony Robbins, and I mean just a number of, you know, entrepreneurs out there. And then I figured out what the word entrepreneur meant, and the definition for entrepreneur, like it was just so deep to me, you know, becoming your own, you know, person. You know, building an empire, you know, you doing it by yourself from the bottom up. I never heard of the word, nobody ever taught me what it meant. But now as you know, I'm 22 years old and listen to all these entrepreneurs like Eric Thomas, Tony Robbins, and all these guys. Now I know what it means, and I think back, you know, like my younger days, and I always say like, man, I've always been like a young entrepreneur. I just never knew what it meant. I started to eliminate myself from the people I was hanging out with. I started to hang out with people who thought like me, or you know, even yet there was a lot of people I didn't hang out with at all. I had a lot of alone time with myself, and I realized, you know, as the months went by, as the years went by, I was a complete different person. That when an average person would try to approach me and talk about a basketball game or going here or going there, I felt annoyed in a way, you know, if you can understand that. I felt like, you know, I don't belong in this conversation right here. You know, it's not because I'm better than you, it's just I'm not interested in it, you know. I was interested in business and becoming somebody successful, you know. I wanted to be this big time person, you know. I wanted to leave a name for my kids. So every time somebody would talk about, you know, sports or women or, you know, going to play some hoops, I was never interested in it, you know. I was not into the clubbing, or, you know, and I tried, you know, smoking pot or drinking or whatever, and, you know, I had my fun with it. But as I, you know, growing through this process of becoming an entrepreneur, that all changed, and it wasn't for me. So I knew I was not a regular person or average, you know, average guy that wanted, you know, just to work every day for somebody. I wanted to build my own empire, work for myself, have people work for me. You know, have that free life, you know, the happiness. So every day I wake up, I'm trying to accomplish something new. You know, I'm reading more every day. I'm listening to more audiobooks. I'm connecting and networking with the right people to help me accomplish what, you know, what I've been dying to accomplish. You know, it's being free. And right now I still work for somebody. There's a complete difference from waking up every day knowing that you work for yourself and having that excitement and happiness. And yes, I will quit my job eventually. It's gonna happen for me. I know it is. I just haven't done it yet because I have mouths to feed, and I have big priorities, which are my kids, and I don't want them to suffer because of the decisions I make. Even though I know they're gonna come out, you know, being good decisions for me, but it's like a step I personally have to take step by step just because of them. But when I come to that point where I know I can do it, I definitely will quit my job and live the life that I want to live as an entrepreneur, living free, you know, spending as much time as I want with my family, you know, spending enough time with myself, reading more, you know, learning more, exploring more, and traveling more. Something that I really want to do, and I know it's going to happen because I have that, you know, mindset already. I have that, you know, I have that thought process going on every day I wake up. Yeah, so JayServices is what I'm all about. It's who I am. It's my company. 10 years. I would imagine to be this big time company with a whole bunch of vans and trucks and all my advertisement everywhere you turn. You're gonna see JayServices, JayServices, JayServices. I want to be a multi-million-dollar business. I just want to be out there. Everywhere you look, I'm there. JayServices. One of the biggest inspirations and people who taught me how to become an entrepreneur would have to be Eric Thomas, Les Brown. Tony Robbins is a great one as well, and somebody who I felt was somewhere in my level, just a little bit higher, would be Keith Kelfis. He owns his own landscaping business. Phenomenal guy, very honest, very blunt, and very humble. So those are a few of the people I really look up to in life and in business. There's going to be a lot of people who can't do half the things that you do, so they're going to put you down and they're going to say it's not possible because they can't achieve it. So I'd say go for it, don't be afraid. And if you don't have kids or and you still live with your parents, I say quit your job ASAP, especially if they support you. Quit your job. I know it sounds crazy, but just do it. Just leap into it. Don't think about it twice. Start working on your business. Start networking with the people who've done what you want to do. Start working on it. Start walking door to door. You know, stand out. You know, stand out from the group of people that you surround yourself with. Start reading. Don't be afraid. Just make the jump. Stop hanging out with the wrong crowd. Write a map on how you're gonna do it. What time are you gonna do it? Who are you gonna call? When are you gonna call? Network, connect. Make sure you have a backup. So you're gonna get a lot of bad and wrong advice from people. You're gonna get a lot of advice saying that it's not possible. Especially people who say just stick with your job. If you got a job, you should be grateful for it. Just stick with it. You're asking for too much. You're doing too much. Just forget about it. You're gonna get a lot of people who give you that kind of advice. Those are advice that you don't want to listen to. You don't want to lock into your brain. And another thing is, when you have an idea, don't bring it up to the people who you know is going to give you bad advice. You know who those people are right away. Even if you don't ask those people for advice, they're going to give it to you. They just feel like that's what they have to do. Just ignore it. Keep thinking in your mind the bigger picture on owning your own business, being successful, happy, and wealthy. And that's all you got to think about. And if you think like that, you're gonna achieve your goal. So don't hesitate, or don't, just do it. Don't think about it too much, because you won't do it. You're going to end up like the rest of the people who are average and broke and working for some other people, making them rich, making their dreams come true. And that's what you don't want to do. So my suggestion is connect with the right people, network with the right people, talk to the people who've done what you want to do. And if you have kids, I know it's a little hard to just leave your job, because I'm going through it now. I have 2 little girls. I have a family. So I'd say, work hard, make your money, start your business, work on your business, work hard on your business. Every second you get to work on your business, work on it. Every day, you must know that you only have 24 hours. Within that 24 hours, you want to achieve something every single day. Time is very limited, so I'd say work on your business, save the money that you need to save, quit your job, and just run your ass off. No better feeling than owning your own business. I own my own business now, and I still work for somebody, but I know in the back of my head, I see that big picture, I see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I know I'll be quitting my job in no time. No time. It's gonna happen.